Hey guys, we're currently packing up our car right now because we're on our way to Utah.
Utah recently opened back up a lot of their businesses and parks. After safely quarantining for a couple of months, we decided to take advantage of our downtime and take a road trip. We made sure to pack plenty of hand sanitizer and cleaning supplies and hit the road.
And off we go. Getting a kind of late start today. We have a 7-hour drive to Boise, Idaho, and then another 7 hours the next day to Salt Lake City. But it should be pretty easy. There aren't too many cars on the road because there's still some people quarantining right now.
We decided to drive until we got tired and then set up camp in our car at a rest stop near the Idaho border.
Hey guys, it is day 2 on our road trip. Last night we drove until about 2 a.m. and stopped right on the border of Oregon and Idaho. We decided to stop at a rest stop and sleep in our car, which was actually pretty comfortable. We planned to do this. We've done it plenty of times before, and we have a pretty decent setup, which I'll show you guys later. Today we actually only have about a 6-hour drive to get to Salt Lake City. We got kind of a late start again, but I think we're gonna get there at a decent time, just in time for dinner.
Once we got to Salt Lake City, Jake immediately got a much needed haircut at Sports Clips. It cost him about $25.
Just checked into our hotel. We're staying at the Quality Inn downtown, which isn't the nicest place, but it was cheap. It was only about $40 per night, and honestly, we just really wanted a place to shower. The great thing about this hotel also is it's in the center of downtown, so it looks like we can walk to some of the breweries and places to eat right after we get cleaned up.
We decided to start off the evening at Epic Brewing, a brewery we also visited when we were in Denver. Masks were required in the brewery, but we were allowed to take it off when we wanted to drink. It was $5 for an 11-ounce beer, and we each tried a couple different types. Afterwards, we decided to grab some dinner. The restaurant was a bit of a walk, so we rented an electric scooter. The prices vary depending on the company, but it's usually around 15 cents per minute. The Bourbon House has a speakeasy kind of vibe to it. They serve a variety of food and, of course, a lot of bourbon. We each got a drink and an entree for $35 total.
It is day 3 on our road trip now, and we're leaving Salt Lake City. We're on our way to Capitol Reef National Park, which is about 3.5 hours away from Salt Lake City. We're not gonna have that much time there, but I heard not everything is open yet, so I think it will work out just fine. Made it to the park!
Our first stop of the day was to Panorama Point, where you can get amazing views of the rocky cliffs and valley. Just down the road is Gooseneck's Point. The lookout is only a couple minutes walk from the parking lot.
We are now at Gooseneck's, where you can see all the way down the canyon, 800 feet down into Sulphur Creek. Sulphur Creek actually goes into the Colorado River.
Right next door is Sunset Point. It took us about 10 minutes to walk up to the point. This place is obviously best visited at sunset, but it was still nice to check it out in the afternoon. After Sunset Point, we decided to drive a little further down the road to see the ancient Native American petroglyphs and pictographs on the cliffside. These carvings and paintings date back thousands of years, and it was really special to see. We ended up driving right through the park onto some Bureau of Land Management lands. When on public lands, you can camp for free, shoot guns, and even fly drones. Before we headed back to camp, we decided to go for a quick skate.
After a really fun day exploring Capitol Reef National Park, we're headed back to our campground right now. We're going to make some dinner and hopefully make some s'mores.
We stayed at Thousand Lakes RV Park and Campground and got a tent camping spot for only $20 a night. We were able to purchase supplies, take a nice shower, and make ourselves dinner before we went to bed.
Hey guys, it is day 4 on our road trip, and right now we're heading out of Capitol Reef National Park and on our way to Grand Staircase Escalante National Monument. We definitely could have spent more time at Capitol Reef National Park, but there wasn't that much open because of the virus, but we still were very happy with what we saw. Grand Staircase Escalante is about an hour away, and it looks like we have amazing weather today, so I'm very excited to check it out.
The drive from Capitol Reef to Grand Staircase is very scenic. You end up going into the mountains and get gorgeous scenery of the canyons and valleys below.
We just got here to Grand Escalante. Our first hike of the day is to Lower Calf Creek Falls. We just paid our $5 entrance fee and now we're starting the hike. It seems to be really crowded today. The parking lot was actually completely full, so we had to park on the side of the road. But it's a beautiful day, so it's understandable.
And the camping is full.
And the camping is full. But it's a beautiful day, so I understand why everyone's out.
The Lower Calf Creek Falls hike is 6 miles round trip with only a 500 feet elevation gain. Although the hike is very mild, the desert heat can make it feel a lot harder. The terrain is mostly sandy with some rocks, but heavy-duty hiking shoes are not really necessary. Make sure to take some time to admire the canyons that surround you during the hike.
Bigger than I expected.
The water descends 126 feet into a shallow pool below and is the perfect place to cool off after the hike. After the hike, we went to find a place to set up camp for the night. Since the campgrounds at the falls were full, we decided to try the surrounding public lands.
Just found a spot on the side of the road and set up our camp. I think it's going to be great. There's going to be a nice sunset tonight and hopefully a lot of stars.